Hello, it's Jeanette with Amazing Paper Crafts. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm back with another video tutorial, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how I put together this really cool flip over calendar. And I'm going to be using a wonderful punch called the Label Me Fancy punch, and it has this little slot right here. Sorry for the glare, but it has this little slot right here where you can make slots for ribbon on your projects, and that's what I have done here on these pages. Now this calendar stands up, and for every page is the month, and I haven't decorated it all yet, but I will be. But I am using some really beautiful designer series paper that I got for free, and that is the Lily Impressions, free during celebrations up to March 31st. You'll be able to get this paper free, or while supplies last. And I haven't, like I say, I haven't decorated all of the pages. I've only got these adhered on here temporary. I've used temporary adhesive because I'm not sure what kind of designs I'm going to be doing on them, but I will be at one point decorating all of my pages. So I've just got the one page decorated here, but I'm going to show you how easy it is to put this together, and all the tools and supplies, and there's not that many. Oh, and by the way, this calendar is something that I offer for free to my customers. They can get this calendar, or they can choose any of my other calendar PDFs that I offer in my Etsy store, and I will leave a link to that Etsy store calendar. I also have this in 2021, this particular size, and the reason I used this size is because it gave me enough of this little canvas here so that I can do some decorating, and you can still see the beautiful paper on the back. But you can use any calendar that you have that you know that pulls off on the sheets, and just adhere this. You could even back it with a little backer paper if you want. Like I say, decorate this as whatever way you want. This is just how I've decorated the first page, and if you want to learn how to do this calendar, how to make this calendar, just keep watching. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to cut your cardstock. You basically cut a sheet of 8.5 by 11 cardstock into 4 sections. So you cut it in half, and then in half again, and you'll get you're going to need 12 of these that measure 5.5 by 4.25. Okay, and for your layering piece, you want to layer it about 1/8 of an inch in. So you want to go 1/4 of an inch shorter. So that would be 5.25 by 4 inches. And I'm just using the other side of this paper since I have already prepared all of my calendars. These are just tacked on there temporary until I do all of my decorations, which I'm not going to do in front of you because I know you're going to decorate it however you want to. I just put a little bit of decorations on the first one, but I'm going to take some time and do decorations on the rest of them. But I just want to show you how I put this together. So this is December, the very last month of the year, and I'm just going to take some Tombow mono adhesive, liquid multi-purpose glue. Let me get my silicone craft sheet in here so I don't get glue everywhere. And I am just going to glue this down to this sheet. To this piece of cardstock. Now you want heavyweight cardstock. I chose the gray granite because that's what I have the most of, and it's probably because it's not one of my favorite colors to work with, but it is a good neutral color for this project here. Just putting a little bit more glue right here. Okay, and now I'm going to just temporarily pardon the back side of this calendar, but I'm just going to temporarily put this on here because I'm not sure how I'm going to decorate my December month. And it could be like a project that I do once a month. You know, I flip it over and decorate the front of it so I could see my decoration all month long. But I don't have any decorations on any of these, but all of this designer series paper I got for free because it's celebrations, okay? And you can earn it for free just by purchasing $50 worth of merchandise from Stampin' Up! In my store, which I will have a link to at the end of this video. So the next thing I'm going to do is take out the punch, which is called Label Me Fancy Punch. And if you notice, it has this little straight line that you could punch out. That's for ribbon. And then, of course, it has this little hole for punching out string or whatever. And you also get a label to punch out the label. So what I'm going to do is, all I want is just this part cut out, so that when I flip my calendar over, it'll allow me to do that with the ribbon. Okay, so I'm going to push it all the way in. And I don't know if you noticed this or not, but I don't want there to be any paper sticking out here, because I don't want to punch that. Now I'm going to just go ahead and punch that, sorry for the noise, and flip it over, and I'm going to punch it again. You just want that paper to be right on the edge, but not sticking out, because you don't want to punch the label part of this here. Just use a little bit of strength to punch that out. But see how easy that was? And now I'm just going to go ahead and line these up, and I will be ready for the ribbon as soon as I prepare the base. Now the base measures 11 inches by 5.5 inches. And this is how I scored it, because I don't remember. I got to bring out my scoreboard. Okay. So I scored it at 4.5 inches, and then I scored it at 9 inches. And then I also scored it at 10 and 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so that's 4.5, 9 inches, and 10 and 3/4 of an inch. And then when I folded it, that's when I put this in my, like this. And I did need a little bit of strength to do this. So I pushed down, I stood up, and I made sure I pushed down so that I could get this, and then I flipped it over to get this side here. Okay? So that's how you're going to do the base. And now, do you see this little flap right here? I'm going to only temporarily adhere this with some temporary adhesive, but once you're done with all of your decorations, then you can go ahead and permanently glue that down, which I will do when I'm done with all my decoration. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so now it's time to bring out some ribbon, and the ribbon that I'm going to use is called Crinkle Seam Binding Ribbon, and it is in the Crushed Curry color. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to make sure that I'm coming in. Okay, this fold right here is going to be the front, so I want to make sure that I'm coming up this one here. Okay, and then I'm going to be feeding these in backwards, one by one, in the slots. And I won't make you watch this whole thing, because that would be kind of boring, but you're basically going to just keep feeding these in one by one from the last month to the beginning of the first month of your calendar. So to keep my ribbon from pulling all the way through, I decided that I would just go ahead and put a little clip on the back here. And I've got a clip on the front. Once you get one side through, put a little clip like this. These are some clips that I purchased from the clearance rack not too long ago. I'm not sure if they're still there, but if they are, I will make sure I put the number up there for you. So let me go ahead and string this other side here. I'm going to put this on this side here. Okay, stringing this through like that. And then we're going to take the rest of these, and one by one, starting with December, we're going to feed these through. Okay, so I've got all of my ribbon strung through all of my little calendar pages. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to unclip these, And I'm going to flip this over like this. And I'm going to clip this to the side right here so that they don't come out. So I am going to be tying these. Okay. And so I'm going to flip this back over. And now I need to feed this ribbon through the back on both sides. Wait, before I do that, I forgot. Oh no, I'm doing it right. Never mind. I am going to add another piece, but of cardboard in the back that I have punched. Just a small piece of chipboard, okay? And that is right here. And what I'm doing this for is just to give it a little bit more weight in the back. It's a piece that you could use, a piece that measures 5.5 by 4 1/4. Mine is just a little bit shorter, and all this is some chipboard. Okay, you could use heavy cardstock too if you want. Even use a couple of sheets if you want. Okay, now that I've got that all done, I can take these out, and I am going to give it a tie. And I'm going to tie it kind of tight. Okay, definitely want to tie this kind of tight. Okay, and you don't want to bow, you basically want to knot it. And you're going to have a lot of string left over, and that's okay. You can cut it down a little bit if you want. I will be cutting it down, but I'm not going to cut it down just yet because I'm going to be taking this apart probably to do my the rest of my designs. But I'm going to pretty much tie a pretty decent tight knot right here, okay? All right, and now what I'm also going to do is I'm going to make this bottom part a little bit heavy by using a piece of chipboard. This is kind of a thick piece of chipboard here. You could use a couple of pieces of cardstock, thick cardstock, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some Tombow mono liquid glue, and I am just going to glue this on the inside panel here. This measures, hold on a second, I'll get the measurement for you here. Okay, this piece measures, where are we here? 1 5/8 by 5 1/2. So 1 5/8 by 5 1/2. And it's just going to go right in between those two score lines on the end here. Okay? And that, like I said, is just to give it a little bit of weight. I'm going to flip this over. Let me bring in my silicone craft sheet and put these away over here. And I'm not going to use Tombow mono yet. I'm going to use some temporary adhesive. But you could use snail adhesive here, your tear and tape. And the reason I'm using temporary adhesive is because I'm going to be taking this apart and just to finish my decoration. So I want to make sure I've got this all the way in the front like this. Let's flip these over one by one. They're kind of tight in there. Okay. So this is the back. This is going to be like this. And I'm just going to temporarily adhere this little 1/4 inch piece right here to the back. Like this. Okay. And now we are all good. And once you have all your decorations on here, that is going to look so pretty. And it stands on your desk like that. Don't you like it? I don't know. I love it. What do you think? You tell me what you think in the comments. So if you like this video, and if I taught you something, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see any more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already. Make sure to click the notification bell, because if you do that, you will get notified every time I bring out a video. Okay, so if you need any of the tools and supplies that I used in this video, they are going to be listed in the description of this video. And I also wanted to tell you that for free this month you can get some of this golden honey. I believe that's what it's called. A golden honey bee. It's called Golden Honey. And it's just a free designer series paper, just like this Lily Impressions designer series paper. You can get this for free too, and you could do this in black with the bees and decorate bees on all of the pages. I mean, that's just a suggestion. So anyway, I hope that you like this project. I hope I've taught you something. And if I have, and you want any of these supplies and tools, please go to my website at www.geamazingpapercrafts.stampinup.net. I'd be happy to be your demonstrator if you don't already have one. So once again, I am Jeanette with Amazing Paper Crafts, and you make it a great day. Bye-bye.